Happy New Year, guys. It is now 2024 and a new year for us here on Ohio Richlands. We've been busy this morning. We've collected all 5 pallets we have of chocolate, and this is the best sell point just now. So there's $10,562 in the bank straight after New Year. We're going to sell some of the eggs as well, so we need to go and get them loaded up. I did think we possibly needed a skid steer loader to pick the eggs out of the new egg barn, but it turns out you can't do it with a telehandler. It is just a little bit of a pain. So we did get 2 pallets out of there this morning after we loaded up what we needed to, and we've now just dropped off the chocolate, so we'll go and load up the eggs now, take them to, I think it's Ohio Agri Co-op is the best price. So we're going to head up there, get the eggs dropped off and come back down. We're going to sell, I think it's 20 of the older cows, as they have kind of reached their peak price point, and also it stops the slurry being produced as quick because we still don't have anywhere to get rid of it. We're still thinking about some sort of slurry tank to possibly put up here. I'm not sure which one to get though, or if we're even going to do it, because I have been looking into productions. I want to try and advance on quite a bit now, because we're at episode 53 now, and we've only just managed to scrape just under 40,000 in the bank, and we've still got a $70,000 loan to our name as well. So we need to try and get some productions on the go. I would like a bakery. We'll obviously need to bring back the greenhouse, but not the one I had before with the fertilizer and the seeds. Just the in-game one would do fine. We need strawberries obviously to put in to make the cake for the bakery. We've already got the sugar cane being made into sugar that's currently being used for chocolate, but I'm going to switch that over to butter. Not right now, but we need butter for the dairy. We've also got the eggs from the chickens in front of us, so that's fine. The only other thing we need is flour, and we can get that from a grain mill. We've got plenty of grain just now, so grain isn't an issue. We need the grain mill, so we need to purchase that. I'm not sure of the cost just now, but we will at some point today see, well, at least see the cost of the grain mill anyway. See what the investment is for it, and potentially look to getting it. I just don't know where we're actually going to place it. We could possibly rent down in the kind of area where all the productions are. We could potentially rent a bit down there if possible. We'll speak to the landowner there and see what they say. If that's not possible, we're going to have to find somewhere. I don't know where yet, but we'll speak to the landowner later today, maybe tomorrow, and see what they're saying about it. But let's get this eggs loaded up, taken up to the Ohio Agri Co-op. We're going to get them sold. That wasn't very well placed. It's in though. Yep, we'll get them sold. We'll come back, sell that cows, just 20 of them. And I think we need to add water into the sheep pen. I'm not too sure what else there is that needs to be done actually. We'll get these done and come back down to the farm and see where we stand. So let's get this done. Just remembered from the last time we were here that this was really awkward. I should have placed them right at the back of the trailer. That would have made life a bit easier for us here. Probably not going to get this in one go. It's sold $71 already. It is selling there. Not all of it though. Is that taking the next pallet? No. So there's 3,347 and another $79. I need to think of a better way to do this. Is that going to pick the rest of them? Yeah, I'm going to damage the tractor doing this if I keep going. We've stopped again. There we go. Not the best way to do it, but until we can get a tractor, yeah, I'm just going to end up breaking something here. Let's spin around the other way and see if we can get it. Oh, that one sold there. No, it did start taking from it. There we go. Yeah, if we can get a different tractor, like a 6R, that would be good. We can get a front loader for that, and it means we can just dump the trailer anywhere here and lift the pallets off up here. I should have taken the telehandler up with me, but yeah, I didn't think it through. I was already kind of halfway up here until I realised that this is the awkward sell point. So we're here now. Well, just these 2 pallets left to sell. We should get them here. There we go. Right, that'll finally be it. It's not going to be 1 total, but what we're going to be at? 48,000, 49,000? So a total, we've got $48,620 in the bank now. Right, we'll see you back down at the yard. And we're going to sell the cows. That should bring in a decent sum of money, probably somewhere in the region of about 20, or I can't remember what the transport fee is now, probably about 28,000 or something. So we'll see you down there in just a minute. Well, here we are. So we'll just dump the tractor here just now. Right, let's go and get these cows sold. Hey, so they are 11 months, they are 6 months, and it's going to be these guys. Oh, it does change. So $77 transport fee for 11 months old, $65 for 6 months, and $100 for, I'm assuming, fully grown. So it's $1,500 each, minus the $100, which is $1,400. Right, let's see how many we've got. We've got 21. So $31,500 in total. Minus $2,100 for transport fee, so $29,400. So let's sell them. Done. Right, we're not going to buy any more because they will be producing 18 months, so we've only a few months to wait. 7 months until that set start reproducing. But we've only got another 40 until we max out the capacity of the pen. We're now at $78,031, but it also means that the slurry won't be being produced as quick, because if we go in here, we're in the red again, 76,000 litres, so we've got about 20,000 litres of slurry left until this reaches its capacity, and we still have, if we look at our productions down here, we've still got digestate sitting in our slurry tanker, so we can't even take down a load of slurry. So we're kind of stuck there. Obviously, remember from the last episode, we have stopped the sugarcane production because the dairy can't keep up, and we can't afford to buy another dairy just now. Clothes are still going, but they're getting quite low. There should be a pallet of fabric, yep, very soon. No contracts, as we guessed. Maybe give them a bale. We've got 1,000 litres of wool already. We've just dealt with them. We can give them some grain later on today. And these guys, oh, I just seen the yellow bar. They've still got plenty of water, but we'll keep an eye on it for now. So I will go and I think the sugar needs to be moved. That was what we were going to do. I think I actually forgot to do that, so we need to grab the telehandler from here, go down and move the sugar pallets from the sugar factory and bring them back up here so we can store them in case the weather takes a turn for the worse. We still have 5 pallets of clothes there ready to sell. There's not really much to do today other than that. So fast forward time a little bit, we'll take a look into the prices of the grain mill, the bakery, the greenhouse, you know, what we would need to do the bakery production as a whole, because we have about 75% of the stuff here as it is just now. So let's take a look at that, and I will get the sugar taken back up here just now. So we'll see you in just a little minute. Well, good morning. It is February 1st now, and it is a very cold one. It's currently -5, and it's meant to snow until about midday today. So it's a very cold one indeed. But we do have a few jobs we need to do. Still no contracts, which is a good sign because it's snowing anyway. First of all, we need to take all the wool and take it down to the spinnery. I don't know if there is a pallet of fabric. We'll go and check that. Cows, they're okay just now. The slurry is still slowly creeping up there, even though I sold that 21 older cows. So we're going to have to see about doing something very soon. We need to go and... It says there's 0 wool, but I think there is quite a bit of wool there. Food, we need to go and give them grass. We're going to feed them this morning and give them, I think it's maybe 2 grass bales. The water for them is still fine just now. But we did have a look into productions. So to do the bakery, we need butter, sugar, strawberries, flour and eggs. Obviously we've got the eggs from the chickens, we've got the butter because we've got the dairy, well, we can use the dairy, sorry. Sugar mill's the same, we can use that. We need a greenhouse, so I don't know where we're going to place a greenhouse. And the grain mill, we did look at prices. So the bakery is between $30,000 and $50,000. The grain mill is between $60,000 and $96,000. And the greenhouse, it's only $10,000. We also took the sugar up as well yesterday, or the 1st I think it was of January. We took that up. A good job as well because it is snowing. The land for the grain mill is actually down where the other productions is. We can either rent or buy a plot. To rent it, when I spoke to the guy, he said I can rent it for $1,000 a month. I told him, you know, how big a plot we needed, and luckily enough we can fit the grain mill and the bakery in one plot. We could also squeeze the greenhouse in, but I don't see the point in putting the greenhouse down there because it needs water, and there's no point in putting like 5,000 to 10,000 litres of water, maybe not even 10,000 litres, in our big tanker which is behind us there. So putting 5,000 litres in there, driving it all the way down there to fill up, there's no point. So we need to keep the greenhouse, the greenhouse up here on the farm. So rent is $1,000 a month, or $38,500 to buy the plot. So if we buy the cheaper grain mill, the cheaper bakery, the greenhouse and the plot, it's going to get very expensive very quickly. So we'd be looking at $138,500 just to get that 3 things. So very expensive indeed. But would it be worth it? Because for the bakery, let's just quickly check. So the bakery will produce, where are we? Past it, cake. And cake currently is $3,500 per 1,000 litres, which is apparently at its best price. Yeah, 3,536, but it's 3,566 in September. So September's the best price. So if we manage to get it all within the next month or so, we could, you know, well, technically we could by April because we got all that clothes to sell and it's April time. Where are we? Yeah. So we could sell all the clothes in April, probably buy the grain mill and the bakery and the plot of land in total for $138,500. And that would still give us kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pushing it because there's quite a drastic jump in price between August and September. Even though the lowest price for cake there, 3,100, and the highest price 3,500. So in theory, if we can push out quite a lot of cakes, it doesn't really matter when we sell it, because it's still a really good price. But we also have the slurry tank. The slurry tank. It's quite expensive too. It's about 96,000. I want to say, I don't know if that's because I've seen the grain mill high price of 96,000, but it's about 90 something thousand there. So if you add all that into the mix, that's the kind of things we're looking at. We need the slurry tank, obviously, because well, it's getting very overcrowded here with slurry, and we need to do something about it. But the quicker we can get out of this snow season and into sort of better weather, sunshine, better temperatures, then the quicker we can actually put down the slurry. Now I'm going to go and jump in this tractor. We'll maybe do a little time lapse of loading this up, take it down. Maybe hook into the low loader first. So we'll load this up. Before we head down, what we're going to do is give grass to the sheep. And then head down with this load of wool and see if there is anything to move down there, i.e. pallets of clothes or pallets of fabric to move between productions. So we'll go and get this done. Here we are down at the production site again. We've got a pallet of fabric sitting here. We're just going to move over. We've actually figured out what plot we're going to get. I'll just turn this round. It's actually just right here. So the plot, like 38,500, and it starts basically from this grass line to the right hand side of where I am just now, where the grass patch meets this tarred road, and then out to that tarred road and up to here. So it basically follows this line straight down. So we would have all of this bit here, and that's $38,500, which is more than enough room to do what we need to do and put down the flour mill and bakery. It is a squeeze, but we can get it in, and it's not too bad. I'll have to run through here. I just parked in a stupid place there. Right, we'll put this in here, see if there is a pallet of clothes ready to go. And just have a look around here. I think there must be one. I hope there is. Yeah, there is. Just the one though. But when we come to sell that, that's another $10,000. I'll just see while I'm here if there is any pallets of chocolate, and if there is, how much there is, because we can just take that back up the road with us. Oh, we have two. Well, maybe worth is just grabbing them, and it's finally taken all of the sugar. So if we check, there we go. Ah yeah, so it started eating into the sugar now, so that's good. Right, we'll run back over and grab the tractor, come back, load them up, and then take them all back up to the farm and see what we're going to do for the rest of today, because it doesn't look like it's going to get any better. There's still a couple of hours of snow to go. It's not landing yet. Well, it's landing, but it's not lying. So that all depends on what we can do. We do still have to fertilise our field with the barley in it. I think it's field 17. We still have to fertilise the top half of that field, but we're going to have to wait until tomorrow, I think. We're just going to throw some solid fertiliser down on it. There's no point in renting in fact, we can't even rent the slurry distributor because the tyres are too wide on it. It'll just crush the crops. So yeah, it's going to have to be solid fertiliser, so it's a good job we bought some when we did. But we'll load this up and get back up to the farm. And we need to feed the animals. That was kind of the first thing to do today that we have not done yet. So we need to give the sheep a bale of grass. In fact, we were meant to do that before we did any of this. We were meant to load the trailer up and then go and feed the sheep. I can remember now, but we're down here, so we'll just finish this bit. Pick these up, load them up, take them back up, and then we'll see you back up at the farm. Get the sheep fed. Well, that is the water delivered for the sheep and the milk taken from the cows down to the dairy. But I think that'll do for this episode. There's really not much happening. It is kind of the end of February, so it's the start of the year. And there's always nothing happening. There's no contracts yet, and nothing as yet in the sale either. So we're just going to have to wait it out for a few months. Keep an eye on the productions of clothes. We should have a few more pallets of clothes. Hopefully. That made a very good job of getting in here. I think that's going to have to do. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed your new year and the Christmas and festive time. But we'll see you again in the next episode very soon. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you then.